This is a presentation of my newest research project on the, well, as you can see, the lives of Egyptians, culture, life, and history, exploring the history from ancient Egypt. So today, we're going to be going over many of the facets of ancient Egyptian culture, life, and history. In ancient Egypt, they had so much to do. The people of ancient Egypt were extremely busy. They would perform all sorts of work, stuff that you might not believe could be possible for such an old society. Um, Such things were that they were inventors, scientists. They wrote and drew pictures, and they built inventions like the pyramids of Egypt. As you can see over here, there is some of the one of the things they created. Men and women both lived there, and they had families with children too. The government. In ancient Egypt, the government ruled all. They had the hierarchy, they had the king, the senators, the congress, and the people. And you can see some of the bills over here. And this is also. Egyptians had very, very strict laws and rules. Such rules we don't know, but such rules may have included: do not steal, do not kill the other Egyptians, do not betray our government, it rules all of us. You may not drink until you are of age, and this refers to the consumption of ethanol alcohol, from which they would create from fermented apples and nuts. Everybody must treat each other equally, and you can see this is kind of what comes from this thing on the right. Sometimes the rulers would actually be overthrown, which means that other people would actually take those rulers out of power by force, be it politically or physically even. And this can be seen in such cases as King Carps III, who was sentenced to death for betraying the ruling government. They overthrew him, and this can be, history has a lot of parallels. It repeats itself, if you will. So back in the 1700s, this happened in France too, and it can be analyzed as a parallel. And only the smartest Egyptians could be in the government. This is because they had a very strict decisions on who could be in the government. So conclusion today. In ancient Egypt, being an outlaw didn't fly. You could get some serious punishments for that. That's not something you would want to do. The government loved to control its subjects, and you better believe you should listen to what they have to say, and or else. If you were in Egypt today, you might notice a couple differences from how it was back then. There is a better government, and people are much richer. So all in all, it was a good time to be alive, if you knew what you were doing.